A year, 4 months, and 250 pounds later, I have a dresser. Hey y'all, I'm James Wright, and welcome to my bedroom. This has been an absolute blast of a dresser to make. I've had so much fun in this, and if you've been following along in the process, you can see that this has been just a passion of mine, and something I'm looking forward to using for years and years to come, and it breaking the backs of my children and grandchildren as well. But yeah, I just want to go through some of the things today, some of the things that I really like, some of the things that I don't like, what I would change, what I wouldn't change, and I also give you an idea for what I consider to be a good job. Is it perfection? No, there is no such thing as perfection. And I want to kind of go through that and show you a little bit more into this dresser. So let's start with the top. Initially, my idea was to have this more of just a flat standard top. I would like to do more Rayfleck, but the boards I had, I just couldn't quite get that to work. The bow tie was really a secondary thought, but I love how it came out, and I love how the carving actually goes through the bow tie. Almost rustic, but finished rustic. This carving is something that I didn't do when I started this project. So the carving is something new that I have learned since beginning this project, and I love how it is integrated into here. Just absolutely love how that came out. These corbels were something that I originally was going to do a more traditional corbel that has more of an OG shape to them, but I like how this has a lot of geometricness to it. Even the carving on the top is slightly geometric. You have the through tenons, and you have the show dovetails, and I thought, after kind of coming to this as the very last thing, why not just make it a simple angle? And I just like the way it came out. It's simple, it's not quite modern, but it has a throwback to the mission style, and I really like how it came out. I'm really pleased with that, and I will probably do that in the future on some other build. So yeah, I like that. Now let's move on to these dovetails. I call them show tails because they show on the front. And I've had a lot of people ask me, why did you put them on there wrong? Why are the tails on the front board and the pins on the sideboard? Mechanical advantage would be to have them the other way, so that when I'm pulling this, I have the chance of pulling this board off of these pins. But honestly, the chances of that happening are impossible due to the strength of modern glues. And also, if I were to flip them around and have a through dovetail, they would look like finger joints, and nobody likes the look of finger joints. And so that is why I actually flip them around like this. If they do ever come off, oh well, I will re-glue them and put them back on, and I'll get another 100 years out of them. So that is not a concern or worry of mine at all. I just like the way they came out, and it adds an aesthetic to it. It makes it a little bit more simple and clean, and I'm very pleased with how they came out. This is a large wormhole that I was able to fill with epoxy, and there's quite a few defects in here that I was able to fill, and I like how they came out. The epoxy coloring just brings it out and makes it stand out in the front. I like these handles. I would have liked to have found something that was a little more of a Celtic wrap, possibly something with more of a geometric as opposed to a woven design. But they're good, and for the price, I couldn't beat them. Thankfully, they're a standard 3-inch hole, so I might change them in the future, but for now, I like them. These through tenon and pins were one of the very first things I originally planned, and I wasn't quite sure how I would do them or if I wanted to do them. I like having them off center. I do like having that it's a through tenon on both sides, and then they're both pinned and the pins stay in line with it. I don't know, it's a very simple design, and I'm very pleased with how it came out. It was one of the earliest things I had when planning this dresser, and I really like how that finished. I'm not a huge fan of these stops. I would have liked to have come up with a more elegant method, but they work very well. They are extremely efficient, and they're simple and easy, and I like that about them. I do want the open back on this. I love seeing the letter carving in the back of this. The back of this dresser to me is absolutely beautiful, and I love the way it has come out. That's extremely pleasing to me. So I don't think I would change anything. I might think about making a different bracket or putting a wooden bracket in that is inset into the wood. I like having this a fairly flush back so that it's not sticking out anything more. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not putting a back on this. I've had a lot of people ask me about that. Backs on dressers cause tension because the grains are going in different directions, and there's a lot of expansion and contraction traction, and it's just a problematic thing that I didn't want to mess with. And I really like how this is left open on the back. So yes, this is very, very pleasing to me. My initial intention for this was to make it a mission dresser, mission style arts and craft, and I really like how this came out. You can really see it in the end caps on these leg panels, and I'm very pleased with how they came out with the arches top and bottom and the corbels, but a little bit of adjustment and change, and I am pleased with them. So there you go. You don't often see projects where people will tell you, I didn't like that about this, I didn't like that how that came out, but I really kind of want to show you some of the things that I enjoyed about this, some of my thought processes, and I hope that sparked up a little bit of a conversation or idea. So if you have any questions or ideas and things you'd like answered, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. And yeah, this has been a great build, and this will be the last video in this build, so I hope you've enjoyed it. So that's about it for this dresser. I do have plans up on my website. If you'd like to see those, I'll leave a link to those down in the description below. This is actually a almost 50-page walkthrough of all the measurements and details, as well as cut lists and the SketchUp file, so that you can actually build this yourself. So I hope you like that, and if you'd like to see more of that, please let me know. I might be doing some more plans on other builds in the future, so if that's something you like, let me know. If you did like this video, please hit like. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, I want to say an incredible thank you to the patrons on Patreon. You guys are the reason why this channel is continuing today. If you'd like to find out more about that, you can click the link right over here. Also, if you like this video, feel free to check out my other videos right over here. You might find something you like there. And until next time, have a wonderful day.